Welcome into the Fan Speak Network. I am your host, Justin Bruni. Joining me, as always, is my co-host and partner, Mr. Andrew, the TD King, Rob. Happy Hump Day, sir. We're back.
Yes, sir. Yes, we are back and in action, ready to take down some Battle Royale streets. Week one, really well. Week two, for me. Week three, very not good. Did not do very well last week. Had a bunch of the right plays, just not on the same team.
Mhm.
So minimal win last week, but ready to get back into it. Feel good about a few of these games.
Did you get in on the Austin Eckler receiving yards line, Andrew?
No, I did not.
Do you watch this show, Andrew? You're hurting my feelings.
I mean, during the show they weren't up, right?
No, they came out. I had to wait till Monday for the line to come out. It's not like they even gave it to me on Sunday, but on Monday, Andrew, they gave me another 8-yard discount in back-to-back weeks. I don't know another time I've ever texted another human and I said, put $100 on this. Sorry, it wasn't you. It was my brother. And I think he only put like 44 and change for some reason, but it was there. It was out there.
You going to take him this week?
He's hurt. He's out.
Oh,
the books finally won. They finally get a week where they can win on the Austin Eckler prop line. Congratulations.
Tell you what, I know we'll get into it, but sneak peek. Really like Brian Robinson this week. Really like Brian Robinson.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Sorry, that was Nick, and it was 66-40, 66-48. My bad.
He said that human was me.
Must have been a different ticket I was thinking of.
What was that?
It's so cute.
Nick Olsack? Oh, God. Well, I just, out of the corner of my eye, I saw Sack, and it looked like it said Ball Sack, and I'm like, that's a great name. What a nice name.
Cute. It's so cute when you two match. Also cute.
Checking in, our AI over here, our Best Ball Overlay checking in. Man, welcome, Best Ball Overlay. We like using you.
You make life easy. I also like the way you smell.
Oh, you're not talking about Ball Sack?
No.
Okay, thank God.
I mean, clean ball sack. Clean your balls. You want to pull up the board here? We can start going through the rankings for week 4. Quite a bit of shakeup, obviously, and that's, I think, due to the prime time games. We've seen, elite QB play out of guys like Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. They're both in the top 3 for quarterback finishes so far this season. They're going to be unavailable. And there's some other juicy matchups, too. Who is the Sunday night game?
The Sunday night football game is the Bills and the Ravens.
Oh, it is the Bills and the Ravens. Okay. So who do we have on Monday night then? I thought they were part of the double Monday night slate.
No.
They don't have it up there?
No, they don't have it up here. Damn, who is the Monday game?
I think it might be the Dolphins again, actually. Let me take a look here. I'm pulling it up now.
The NFL week 4, the Monday night Seahawks Lions.
The Lions, yeah.
Dolphins. No, you're right. A double header again. Monday's also Titans Dolphins.
Okay, so yeah, the Dolphins are in there too.
Double header.
When I was looking at the numbers, we were definitely trying to get some action against the Lions defense, the Dolphins defense. They out. Let's take a look at the top of the board here. We're looking at Saquon Barkley, Breece Hall, Justin Jefferson. I think Justin Jefferson is going to continue this pace here. I'm going to find the end zone again in week 4.
I mean, very good possibility. Yeah, I mean, he's going to see the target share, right? And for all intents and purposes, the Minnesota Vikings are balling. I, as a non-believer of Sam Darnold, would like to capitulate to Sam Darnold right now and say, I'm sorry for not believing. What they are doing over there in Minnesota is absolutely incredible. Mm-hmm. I still hold reservation as to if this will continue, but I think for at least this week, it will continue.
It's a tougher matchup. The Packers lead the league right now in interceptions. They've allowed 5 passing touchdowns and 7 interceptions. So I think it is a bit riskier. And obviously we always see a lot of volatility from, top available, assets, for DFS, whether it be by auction value or in drafts like we're doing on Underdog. So I would just maybe temper expectations. I don't know if it's the big bust off week. I think in this space, 1 through 3, the top 2 guys are still a little bit more appetizing to me. So I definitely wouldn't go chasing Justin Jefferson like number 1 or number 2 overall. Barkley has a good matchup. Breece Hall, going up against those Denver Broncos, you love to target for DFS and props alike. Obviously, a bad rushing defense there out of the Broncos. So I think those 2 picks are safer. And again, I'm just I'm tempering expectations a little bit. I do think the Packers will be a tougher test than what the Vikings have had, at least on offense. I definitely spent a fair share on my waiver wires this week on buying up that Minnesota Vikings defense. Brian Flores really has them cooking, gassing up opposing offenses, etc. And a big reason why I took them as dogs last week. Cashed the ticket, plus 110, had Vikings all the way. Love to see it. But hey, it's been backed by some deep passing offense. So I like that because they're constantly looking downfield, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jefferson's really the only guy there. So a good pick. But I am, like I said, tempering my expectations this week. Maybe a good week, but doesn't find the end zone.
Would you like me to pull up the thing you put together where it says teams allowing most fantasy points per position? Do you want me to pull that up so people can see that?
If you want to, I don't know I think the Packers are near the bottom, are they not? Because I don't think for wide receivers, the Packers aren't in the top 10 there. On that list is just the top. Yeah. What's that?
I said, no, they are not for the wide receivers here.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So they're not, a juicy matchup, but when you look at just the situation, Jefferson's going to get volume. So he could still have 8, 9, 10 targets this week, have a respectable game, a respectable stat line, but maybe not as boom worthy as, say, Breece Hall or, again, Saquon Barkley. Eagles also dealing with some injuries. I believe Devonta Smith is in concussion protocol as well. If he were to miss, I definitely think that elevates Barkley as well as some of the backup running backs like a Gainwell with a little bit more upside as well.
Yes, obviously, elevates Goddard. And do we take any shots on Jahan Dotson? Is this the week that he's going to pull out some magic for the Philadelphia Eagles?
Maybe we wait for the scroll down conversation for him. Tyler in the chat asking if we can give up on Swift now.
Oh yeah, that's right. You like Swift last week. You were on that island.
I was. Man, I watched some tape on like how bad his like running vision was, and specifically in that game where he had like a wide gap to the left and he just runs right into DJ Moore. It's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, they finally put in my boy Roschon Johnson. Looks like they're going to give him some more work. That would be very favorable for my best ball exposures for sure. So Let's go Roschon, baby.
Well, hey, it would be much better for my exposures of Khalil Herbert as well if he could get a little bit more action too. So don't really mind. It really feels like it's going to be a split right now until someone can show that they're worthy. Still paying Swift a lot of money. I think they're going to still want to try to obviously make him a worthy investment as well.
Sure. Yeah. Speaking of a fellow Roschon truther, the Pound, aka Fantasy Dog Pound, he slapped it. I know we'll get into it, but right now, might as well mention it. bestballoverlay.com. Go to bestballoverlay.com, use code FANSPEAK, $10 off per month, making it $20 a month. It's a fantastic tool. Best Ball Resurrection up and available now. Come get Best Ball Overlay to help you right the wrongs. Use it for Battle Royale. The Battle Royale overlay is fantastic. Obviously, I will show that as we go through the players, what it all shows. But if you've been watching the show, you know that we obviously love using this tool. It is absolutely fantastic. So appreciate you, Pat, over at the Fantasy Dog Pound. Jake says, who's Andrew's fade and wide receiver this week? Hammer it. Yes, Jake likes to remind me as I talk to him today that I was not on Malik Neighbors last week. Kind of a fade for me. He went off 2 weeks before, 2 weeks prior, or a week prior. I was off JJ and he went off. So Jake was busting my nuts today, asking me who my big fade is so that he could draft a lot of them. Thanks for pointing that out, Jake. Always keep me honest.
Love that. I did find the Packers. They're in the middle of the field for points against the wide receiver position, 16th. Not great, not terrible. Should be good again for Justin Jefferson. But like I said, they do have 7 interceptions on the season so far. Dare I say impressive, leading the NFL. It is still Sam Darnold. Even if you were to have, 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, not a terrible game, but, it could prevent again, the path to a booming day for Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, and what you put together here is pretty nice. Like looking at some of the wide receivers, wide receivers versus Washington, 9 touchdowns. That's not great to see. Leading the league.
Love that.
Behind them are the Rams with 6, Eagles with 5. Then we got a bunch of 4s and 3s here. Not great, but this is what we knew was going to happen to the Washington Commanders coming in, was that people would be able to pass on them. I'm trying to look here. Like the Browns being number 10 kind of surprised me. They have a very good defense and good secondary, which is why I was off Malik Neighbors last week. And but they are 10th right here. So that is interesting
Well,
to see.
I mean, obviously that's with accounting, Malik Neighbors, right? So they probably weren't 10 going into last week. They were probably closer to like maybe where the Packers were.
Yeah. Jags though, number 8. They suck.
How did they only get there? I don't know how they only got there. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, and we're gonna have the Texans on deck for the Jags. So load up Nico shares, load up some Dig shares. Maybe it's Tank Dell's week as well. I think you're safe to load up on any of those guys, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. Joe Mixon and Damian Pierce still not practicing. Sounding like Dame Pierce is gonna make it into the lineup. But with no Joe Mixon there, obviously you're lending more upside and more opportunity to the passing game and the weapons. Yeah.
Yeah. I think this week though, you and I kind of spoke about it before the show here. The tight end landscape this week gonna be a little dicey potentially. So let's just take a quick look at these here. Tight ends versus the Chiefs. Best on the slate so far, and the Chiefs are playing the oh my god, why is it
the Chargers?
The Chargers. Thank you.
Are you willing to scroll down for a Hayden Hurst? I don't even know if he's I don't even know if he's the healthiest one there.
Yeah, I mean, who here is probably your favorite to target? Thinking about who's playing who. So
the Panthers are getting the Cincinnati Bengals. Nice little revenge game opportunity for Andy Dalton getting to play the Bengals. I'm sure he always gets excited when he gets to play them. Panthers obviously a great matchup on the ground. Loving Moss this week. When you're looking at Gesicki, obviously he's been a threat. I think that when they get down to the red zone, Gesicki and Moss could definitely be big threats down there.
Yeah.
They've allowed two receiving touchdowns at tight ends, but they didn't allow one last week. But you look there, I mean, of those top defenses or, the top opportunities for tight ends on defenses, there's only one multiple touchdown team. Like that's absolutely crazy. And you look at the yardage, nothing really that impressive. So I still think at tight end this week, you may just want to look for, the opportunity play, maybe a scroll down play. Cole Kmet last week, yeah, he had a big week, but based off of weeks 1 and 2, you really just didn't see that coming. I like that Rams matchup this week. That's a great matchup for Caleb to potentially bounce back. I mean, even in a game where he didn't look amazing, he still threw the deep ball very well. He still racked up yardage, and he reconnected with DJ Moore. If there was a disconnection, they're definitely more closer to being on the same page than they were before. That's for certain.
Yeah. So let's I'm gonna just ask you a few here. So obviously, the Rams matchup is nice for Cole Kmet. Are you on Cole Kmet this week?
I mean, I think based off of what he did last week, I think it's a fair opportunity. It's gonna come down to if Keenan is healthy, and I have not been tracking that. If Keenan was in the game, I think you're losing some upside to him. I'm pulling up the slate right now. I want to see where he's at. Cole Kmet. I mean, he's going after tight end 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But that's with Trey McBride. If Trey McBride's out, that puts him at 5. So like he's in the conversation already just based off of 1 week alone. I don't know if that's enough. I don't. I mean, I'm honestly a little bit more comfortable with Kyle Pitts. Limited volume, but big playability. And I think they really want to get him a touchdown this week. I think they're going to get him in the end zone. That pull down at the goal line.
And the Saints are the 5th, have allowed the 5th most points.
He is, spoiler, he's one of my locks this week. He's my lock at the position. So, but again, it's like far and few between because he's tight end 4, right? And we're only drafting, 6 tight ends most likely from this list. I don't see anyone going double tight end in week 4. Again, whether it be injuries, whether it be lack of opportunities, or just not enough guys showing us, that they can do it, or that there's enough trust. You're really just taking your shots. If George Kittle were to play this week, that would be amazing. But when you're looking at Cole Kmet, I probably like Gesicki just as much. They're both, right there in the fringe of being drafted or not being drafted. What if someone goes after like Zach Ertz this week to be different? Jaden Daniels, Commanders, they played great on Monday night. Oh, look, Zach Ertz, 5 for 5, 5 targets, 5 catches, looking good with the new QB. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of little narratives that you could talk yourself into with some of these scroll down guys, like an Ertz, a Conklin, who also played well in prime time last Thursday. Dalton Schultz is getting a good matchup up against a defense that's just been completely piss poor in the Jacksonville Jaguars. Great matchup for the quarterback and Stroud. Like, I could talk myself into all sorts of different narratives. What if Evan Ingram plays? What if David Njoku plays? Like,
what about Freiermuth, who gets the Colts? Colts are ranked 8th as points allowed.
It's just not a team right now that's passing the ball enough. And I feel like you may get, a rundown game where you're just like, hey, who can run the ball more between the Colts and the Steelers? Rushing QB, heavy offense, both sides. Like, other than the defense being completely better for the Steelers, they're like a mirror image of each other. You've got your George Pickens, you got your Michael Pittman, right? You got your Najee Harris, you got your Johnny Taylor. I don't know if Trey Sermon and Jalen Warren are, a necessary comp, but their offenses, again, are very similar. And I see a lot of running going on in that game, not a ton of passing this week. So you're just banking on, hey, can Freiermuth get a couple of touchdowns? Like, that's what he would need to be on, like, a top 5 roster in the Battle Royale this week.
Yeah. Are you interested in any Packers tight ends? I'm not sure if Musgrave's going to play, and it looks like Kraft was limited to start the week.
No, I'm not. No.
Okay.
No.
I'm just asking because they have a good matchup. I mean, they're playing the Vikings. Vikings are 9th worst.
Yeah, I mean, Cade Otton had a good week last week. He had 8 targets. Again, there's a lot of these guys that you can talk yourself into. So I think that's really like the biggest thing, is trying to find some stability at the position. Honestly, what's so wrong with just getting Brock Bowers? I think he's like leading the tight end position in targets right now. I know he didn't have a great week last week, but weeks 1 and 2, he was amazing. If there's been some consistency at the position, cheers to you, Spread. Nailed it so far. He's killing it. Brock Bowers is rolling right
now. Tim D in the chat brings up Kittle. Right now, Kittle questionable to play. Probably, I would guess he probably does play, to be honest. You interested in Kittle?
Probably not. I'm probably going to do like 4 or 5 drafts this week, and I probably get, I get Pitts, I get Bowers, I probably get Goddard too, because it's a good matchup. And if Devontae Smith is out, I don't know how you say no to Dallas Goedert. He's leading the tight end position in production overall through 3 weeks. And then from there, I like Gesicki, like I've already mentioned. And you know what? I kind of like Tyler Conklin as well. He was someone that I was very, very much in on last season. And then I completely stayed away this year because I just, I'm going to be different. I'm going to do something a little different at the tight end position. I'm going to really divide up all my shares. He was my most exposed tight end last year through 150 Best Ball Mania drafts. Rodgers gets hurt, no value. Rodgers is back. It feels like he can be the second or third guy in targets. Like, they're not using Breece Hall enough for us to really be worried about him, like, gobbling up all the offensive shares.
Okay.
If there's enough for Allen Lazard to eat, there should be enough for Ty Conklin to eat as well.
Yeah. Tim D said Goddard was a great BBM pick. Did you guys get a lot of Goddard? So I didn't, and I'm still actually like that I didn't. He had a really awesome game last week, but Devontae got knocked out. There's no AJ Brown. When they're fully healthy, Goddard is, takes a back seat. So I'm still okay not having a ton of him. I don't know what the exposure is, but it's probably less than 7% for me.
Yeah, I have him at 14%, so not bad. He was, again, just one of those tight ends that was going, after like that run of like what we were always considering our checkpoint. And so when I missed the checkpoint, when I got sniped, I was scooping up some Goddard.
Okay, so let's go over here. Quarterback wise, do you like Hurts this week? If no Brown and no Smith.
Not really. No.
I don't mind him because I think he's going to organically run more than he typically has. So stay tuned to Friday's show when we give out our bets. There may or may not be some Hurts over rushing.
Yeah.
Just putting that out there. But I do think he's going to have to rush the ball a little bit more organically. So I don't mind that one. Love Murray against Washington. That should be good. Patrick Mahomes, again, I like that one against the Chargers who suck. Jane Daniels, good. CJ Stroud, I like that this week a lot. The Jacksonville Jaguars just got absolutely crushed by the Bills. Burrow this week, I also like. And then when we scroll down, a couple of the guys I like here, Darnold, Purdy, and Mayfield. I like all these guys as well. Anyone else down the board past them that you like here?
Probably Derek Carr. Just kind of going back to the well. Obviously, still been doing a pretty good job down there through the first 2 games. Hit a bit of a wall up against the Eagles. Caleb Williams, like I said, good matchup. Still threw for a lot of yards. He wasn't accurate. He made a lot of mistakes, but the passing acumen just looked better. And called a homer pick, say whatever you want. But I do think that he's going to be good in this matchup, just given opportunity. I think that the Bears defense the Rams offense is not a good match for the Bears defense. And I think the Bears secondary is going to put in some work here. There's no receiver that can just outbeat their secondary right now. I think it's a big Kyron Williams game. I like him a lot this week, but I think the Bears defense is going to eat up against that secondary, and they're going to cause a couple of turnovers against Matthew Stafford and giving Caleb a little bit more upside potentially in plus yardage positions.
Jake wants to know Chargers 2-1. That sucks. I mean, they beat the Panthers, so that's a easy one. They beat week 1? Raiders, which I mean, okay, that's a decent win for them, but they also just ran the piss out of the ball, right?
Not really, yeah.
And then last week
they're hurt.
Obviously
I don't know what's up with I don't know what's up with Herbert, but is he even going to play?
I mean,
no Q.
Yeah,
practices in limited capacity. He's good to go.
Should be okay, but I mean, I don't think that they're taking it to the Chiefs. I mean, sorry, but
yeah, no, I had the Steelers covering last week. Cha-ching. Took it to the bank. Yeah, no, that was an easy one. I mean, I didn't have Herbert leaving the game in my bingo card, but regardless, again, didn't think their offense, what they're rolling out with that run heavy system was going to work up against that defense. Steelers D looks legit. No, we're not going that far down. Get out of there.
Yeah,
get out of there. You going after Malik Willis this week, buddy? Huh?
No, negative.
Doesn't get to play the Titans again. Okay.
Yeah, no. Running backs, Barkley, Hall, Mason. I like. What do you think about these top guys here? The Kyron, Bijan, and Alvin Kamara. You in on any of these guys this week?
I would rank them Kyron, Kamara, Bijan, probably.
Okay.
I would.
Kamara,
the Bears rushing defense is the who? What's that?
Kamara has a Q tag. Says Kamara won't practice Wednesday due to a rib injury and a hip pointer.
Ooh,
I mean, he probably plays, but worth monitoring for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that would knock him down the spot behind Bijan if that's the case. But still, I would take Kyron over those guys. The Bears rushing defense has been their Achilles heel on the backside, so I would take Kyron there. Great matchup, coming off a week where he scored 3 rushing touchdowns. Obviously, he's worthy of that ADP.
Yep. Jonathan Taylor, in or out this week against Pittsburgh. Very tough matchup.
Don't like that matchup. I mean, the volume will be there. The opportunity will be there. But again, a situation where I see the quarterback being in trouble. Richardson potentially turning the ball over a few times, going to have TJ Watt down his throat. This is a game where he can get hurt. Like this is a game where a running
Somebody
QB.
Clip that for me, please.
What's that?
You just said he's going to have TJ Watt down his throat. So somebody clip that for me, please. Thank you.
Andrew's into that sort of thing, I guess.
Good.
Good. Gone is what he could be. That's what I'm getting at. Is it's a dangerous defense to play against if you're a rushing QB. So I think Anthony Richardson, not someone you're looking to draft this week, and probably again Jonathan Taylor, just the same.
Mike Rob said Bijan not being the first drafted RB in Battle Royales is going to be a regret by Monday.
Okay. All right.
Interesting. Against New Orleans. New Orleans defense.
Pretty good so far.
Oh, okay. I mean, they did let Barkley take one for like 60-something to the house, right?
Okay. I mean, you got to bet on that again, I reckon, because without that big run, I mean, under 100 rushing yards.
Yeah. I believe so.
Yeah, I mean that's a big one.
Okay, so let's try to rapid fire a few of these. I'm going to just ask you if you're in or out for the week here. James Conner versus Washington.
Oh, definitely in.
In. Okay. Aaron Jones revenge game.
1000%. Sign me up.
Yeah, you in on that? Okay, good. Chuba Hubbard, another nice performance against Cincy.
He is on my scroll down list, correct?
Okay, very nice. Hold on, there was a couple other guys I want to ask you about that I was looking. Oh, Dobbins, Kansas City.
No, bad
Out.
matchup. Yeah, KC has been very good up against the run. It's a no for me. Great yards per carry. I mean, you'll love to see what Dobbins is doing this season, but what Kansas City does very well is take away the ground game. I believe they're like 28th or 29th worst against the run. They're at the bottom of the list, so that puts them like top 3 or 4. Sorry.
Jake bringing up Zach Moss. How you feel about Zachy?
Zach Moss is on my scroll the fuck down list.
Okay. Your boy, Mr. Steele.
Tough to trust. I thought he looked good. I still think he looked better than Samaje Perine, but we have Kareem Hunt coming in this week. I think we pump the brakes. We stay away from that backfield. You're just flipping a coin, and a 3-sided coin at that. Not enough trust. They literally split the touches between Steele and Samaje. Again, to me, Steele fits the eye test much better than Samaje Perine. Do you have any takeaways from that game?
No, outside of I think that they want to run it a little bit just to open up the pass game more, man. Like we have really not seen Patrick Mahomes throw it downfield like he has his like entire career so far in Kansas City, right? I think that we are going to get
trade for him.
I think that they are going to open that up a little bit more for him. They've played it very kind of close to the vest, in the beginning a couple weeks here. So I think that they might open that up a little bit, open the playbook a little bit. So I'm really not going to be on Steele either or Perine. I think they both serve a purpose within the offense, but neither one of them is anywhere near Isaiah Pacheco. So I'll be off that. What do we think about Bucky Irving? Rachaad White, obviously still there, getting like a ton of the goal line work, but they want to work Bucky Irving in. They literally just came out and said that. So any interest in Bucky?
There's just better options out there.
Understand.
Like if you're going 2 running backs, there's just better options out there.
Yeah. Any shot on Braylon Allen? No, you think it's just all Breece Hall? Okay, because if they get up in this game,
it's not all Breece Hall. Breece Hall has the acumen to break off the big runs, create extra, like literally special plays, right? Like those big chunk plays. I think Braylon Allen looks amazing, but he's still young. He's still green. And I think there's a lot more trust for Breece Hall. I think Allen could have a great game if the Jets are up by 28 at halftime. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's how he could get into the game. He's getting regular and consistent touches, but he is not going to completely eat away at Breece Hall. And I think that up close inside the 5, you still go with your king. You still go right with the boss in Breece Hall.
Okay. Let's switch over to wide receivers here real quick. JJ, obviously good. Chase, again, probably going to be good against Carolina.
It's a good matchup. Yeah,
it is. Marvin Harrison with the Q tag. I think it's a quad. Yeah, dealing with quad issue.
He's fine.
Yeah, he should probably be fine. Again, very good matchup against Washington. Rashee Rice has been balling. Nico Collins, man, I really think Nico's going to have a nice big week here against Jacksonville. So that's somebody I'm definitely going to be targeting. Godwin tending to a neck issue right now. Nothing to indicate that he is going to miss. Something worth the monitoring, though, because if so, Mike Evans is going 6 spots below him. That will change if anything's news-related comes out for Godwin. They both have pretty good matchups. A.J. Brown still questionable, did not practice today. Do you like Garrett Wilson against Denver, or do we think that this is just they're going to run all over Denver on the ground?
No, I think he could be good as like your second receiver, third receiver, if you can pull it off.
I mean, 11, 6, and 9 targets, so encouraging. One touchdown to boot.
Need the tutty.
Yeah. Brandon Ayuk, does he surpass the greatest wide receiver we've seen on turf in Jawan Jennings?
I just probably don't touch him.
No.
I don't love the matchup. Purdy's a little hurt. I'm not really on the 49ers this week. Debo could
Okay.
come back into limited capacity. I have no clue. I don't think I want to touch the 49ers. I mean, would you go somehow into the game theory of Juwan Jennings could do it again?
I mean, sure, we just saw it, and I think Kittle might return. I don't think Debo comes back this week.
Mhm.
I'm still going to draft some Ayuk because at any moment they could just flip that to what Jawan just did. Ayuk does. Now, Ayuk's probably going to be followed by Christian Gonzalez, so that's not great for him, but I think that they're going to scheme him open. But I hear you, like Jawan Jennings. Are you picking Jawan Jennings this week?
No, I'm not. But the last time you did, you're kind of talking me into Ayuk because the last time you talked up Christian Gonzalez, DK Metcalf put him on like multiple posters. So
That's true. I mean,
I
yeah,
might,
DK's,
you
a
might be
bit.
onto something here. Wiles, can you jump in on this? What are you thinking about this? Are we getting in on? Are we
No,
getting
no,
in on
remember, he
Ayuk?
only likes people I don't like.
Yeah, but you like Christian Gonzalez. Wait, you like Christian Gonzalez though. So what do we do with that? How can we? How can we 10x this situation
For,
for us?
formulate your own opinion there. Yeah, fuck you guys. Um, Diggs again. I think Diggs could have a good week too. Again, him and Nico probably, banging and banging all over fucking Jacksonville this week. Because again, God, we just thank God for the Washington and Cincinnati game because that Bill Jacksonville game was awful, terrible.
Yeah. I mean,
Just
I hit that Eckler prop right away, so it was a pretty solid
Jake,
ride.
Jake says he's taking some Ayuk. He's in.
Ayukin.
Um, So Olave, any love for Olave against Atlanta? Atlanta's defense actually has not been bad. So any love for Olave this week?
I brought the love last week. I don't know how I feel about going back to the well because there is just volatility in that offense. Taysom Hill hasn't had a big week yet. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say he doesn't go off this week. I think last week, even with just the 6 catches, he found the end zone. I was saying, 6 to 8 catches, hopefully a tutty. Yeah, hopefully we got the tutty. I don't know if he gets it this week. I don't know. I would stay off of him.
What about your boy DJ coming off of 10 targets, 8 receptions for 78? Any love for your boy?
Yeah, if I'm scrolling down for Caleb, I'm 1,000% going after some DJ. I mean, like you had mentioned, the volume is there. It's just that the chemistry, being on time, being accurate to your top target, we didn't see that before last week. So, it gives you more faith. It gives you more faith. And again, I'm willing to scroll down for Caleb, so that just makes DJ Moore at his ADP pretty simple, pretty easy click.
I find this group of wide receivers very interesting. Rank these guys your top 3 favorite from McLaurin to Higgins. So you got Terry
Yeah.
McLaurin, Drake London, Amari Cooper,
Mhm.
Devontae Adams, George Pickens, T. Higgins. 1
Oddly
through
enough,
3.
yeah, oddly enough, we have 2 of them in the same game. So I'm going Amari Cooper, Devontae Adams. Great matchup for Amari Cooper on paper. Deshaun Watson and him able to show that they can, connect with each other last week. So it's a good opportunity. That I don't trust Deshaun Watson. I don't trust that passing offense. But when they show you can do it, or when they can do it, believe that they can actually do it, especially when they get a better matchup. So I like those 2. Obviously, Devontae Adams just gets a ton of volume. A guy that when he gets 10 targets, you're like, oh, yeah, that's normal. So those would be my top 2. And then I am comfortable riding with Terry. I told you guys in week 2 that it's hard to to stop your heavy hitters. It's really difficult to actually keep them out of the game plan. And through the first couple of weeks, that's what he was. This last week, they showed that they can get him the ball. They can push him downfield. Great matchup also for Daniels and Murray alike. Both of those secondaries have been very good. The game flow should push Terry to have a lot of snaps and again some more opportunities to segue from week 3 to week 4, hopefully with some big downfield action. God, I love that touchdown at the end of that game. That was had me super high. I was just, oh my God.
You and me both, brother. You and me both. Yes, it was super nice to see.
Just such a big Terry fan. Always a big Terry fan.
Yeah, man, he's team first guy too, so he's easy to love. But you love to see that 6 targets. I would love to see the targets average like 8. I think Cliff Kingsbury is going to now see that, like, all right, like we got a baller. Like, I know this is his first year using Terry, but continue using Terry. I mean, look what he just did. Fucking average 25 yards a catch and a touchdown, 18 points on the week. So yeah, I mean, Terry is somebody I will be taking this week as well, because again, the game flow, highest point total on the week. Great matchup there for them. And then Devontae Adams, man, I don't care what anybody says. I mean, 9 targets last week. He's getting 6, 12, and 9 targets. Those targets aren't going to go anywhere. And he's getting Cleveland, who just got destroyed by Malik Neighbors. I do still think Cleveland has a pretty decent secondary, but I just like the target share for Devontae Adams. And I mean, Zamir White ain't it. Sorry, Zamir White truthers. He ain't it.
They're going to go comes elsewhere. Out this week? You think we get some Dylan Lobb?
Oh God, please, sweet Jesus, please bring
I have him stashed on a redraft team. I just want to see it happen. I want to drop him. I do. But I also want to see it happen.
Before we go do some drafts, and I'm going to let you talk about anybody else, but Tuna says he wanted to know if we see anyone with Q tags playing this week. I asked him what position. He said wide receiver, tight end, AJ Brown, Kittle. So out of these 3 guys, I don't think Brown plays. McBride's in doubt, and I do think Kittle has a chance of playing. So I think Kittle, out of any of those guys, plays. But as we scroll down,
I'm not putting him in any DFS lineups or battle royales.
Yeah, like Marvin Harrison, I think plays. He has a Q tag right now. Let's see who else. Just scrolling down here. Trey McBride. Oh yeah, never mind. You just have that in there. Trying to think here. Devontae Smith, I doubt he plays. Tank Dell, probably not. But he is day to day, so hard to tell. Now, tomorrow and Friday's practices will really tell us on Dell. Debo, I doubt it, honestly. I mean, not practicing yet. I don't think Debo does. Njoku, what's up with this? He's still not practicing either. Not a great sign. Evan Ingram, not practicing. Not a great sign.
What happened, dude? I mean, as soon as Evan Ingram comes back, I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm at 31, and he's my most exposed tight end. I got to get at least 4 or 5 bumps with a healthy Evan Ingram.
I'm with you. I mean, yeah, drafted a shit ton of
Ingram. You know what I keep thinking about is like, oh yeah, things are going really well. My week 17, I am most exposed to the Jags and the Panthers. I'm kind of excited. I'm not going to lie.
You like that for them?
Yeah. I think the Jags are going to be awful.
I mean, the Jags one might be okay, but the Panthers one really scares me. I mean, they play the Bucks.
That's awesome. Have you seen the Bucks defense? It's been terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I like it for the Bucks players. I mean,
sure, that too. I have a ton of Godwin. Ton of them.
But yeah, Jake brings up a good point. Eagles will probably not push players with a week 5 bye coming. So that's, yeah. Also, he said, y'all skip Deontay Johnson since he's secondary is trash.
Shut up, Wiles. I have not. He's on my lock.
Yeah, say, do you wanna go over that at all here?
So my must draft players. Technically, Deontay, based on his ADP this week, is on my scroll down list.
So here I'll go with Bruni. Have at her.
Okay, sure, put him up there. So yeah, Kyler Murray QB6. DC has the most points allowed to QBs. Obviously, we've seen juicy matchups. From whether it be Joe Burrow last week. Who was it week 1 that lit him up? Baker. Coming out gunslinging. Absolutely love it. Jaden Daniels also in that same matchup. QB2. Arizona 8th most points allowed to QBs. Go back to the well, right? I mean, if it works, trust it. The matchup is good. Like I mentioned, I really love the game flow opportunity for just that matchup overall. We have a higher implied total. They are playing in Arizona, no?
Yeah.
You know where your team's
playing. Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay, so we have an indoor game. So obviously that gives us a little bit more upside. Both quarterbacks have rushing upside. Those two are probably the guys that I want to get most in my lineups because of the rushing upside ability. Lamar Jackson, been a guy that's been doing well up there too at QB. I think 3, or maybe I believe it's Allen, then Jaden, then Lamar. So yeah, he'd be QB3. Obviously 1 and 3 not available for this slate. So like plugging in Jaden there. Murray's done enough to maintain that QB6 level as well. Barkley, we kind of already talked about. He's coming off the board first. Kyron also talked about, had a huge week last week. Marvin Harrison Jr., as long as he plays, Again, great matchup. You're kind of just going with the stack there with Kyler Murray, Nico Collins you mentioned, and Kyle Pitts I mentioned as well.
Mike Rob calling you out for making this just a Word doc when he said you created a whole damn Jeopardy show. So shows you just don't
I
believe in
didn't create this to share with the audience, Andrew. I created it for us. You're just like, hey,
I know, but
everybody, look at our notes.
Oh,
Here's our
fuck.
notes, everybody.
Oh, Mike makes me laugh. I mean, I do like. I mean,
make
this is
me
just an easy way for you to talk about it, so people can see. Maybe they want to jot these down.
Jot these down, guys. Get out your pen and paper.
Yeah.
Write this down, guys.
Bruni's key for success, right here.
It is. I mean, you just give them the whole blueprint here. Unreal.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's scroll down to Rob's. I don't want to share it with anybody.
Good job.
Here, do you want to go down to the scroll down players?
We'll go one
Andrew
by one. Showing people he doesn't do his homework.
I do. I just didn't send it to you, and I had an issue with my basement. So
long story
short, here we go.
My dog ate it.
My dog is dead. How dare you?
Unreal. Pet cemetery, that shit. Figure it out. You're a grown up.
No, she's in a box. She's on our mantle.
Pet cemetery this situation and grow up. What are you talking about?
I'm not burying the dog was awesome. Fuck you.
The dog
go
will
down.
come back.
Here we go. I won't show everyone the keys to your success. We'll go one by one key.
Caleb Williams, we already talked about. Rams, obviously a great opportunity. They're throwing for a lot of yards and they're allowing a lot of yards. Also creates a lot of good game flow. Thank you, Michael. Thank you.
All right. Next key for success.
Tuna also screenshotted it as well.
Nice. See, I told you. That's what people want. People want this.
They want to write it down.
They want to write it down.
Baker, obviously, just playing super well. I think that they want to get Mike Evans back involved this week. He is also on the I don't know if you consider it scroll down. He's farther down than Chris Godwin, but both of those guys should be targeted this week. I think they want to get him back in the end zone. I think they want Mike to have a good week. He's been in the trenches doing his thing, blocking, low target share, just being, a good teammate. They pump him up this week.
I agree with this one. I like Baker a whole lot. Also, on my players to draft is is Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. Again, I think Kelce may have a coming out week here this week. Onward to the next key for success.
Zach Moss, we already covered. Yeah, we already covered him. Carolina's 6th most points allowed to running backs. Again, this is also in half point PPR or whatnot. So only RB19. But showing that he gets that volume in Cincinnati. I mean, it could also be a Chase Brown week. So if you want to swap those guys, I really have no problem with that just because Chase Brown did look a little bit better last week. But Moss is catching passes. The yards per carry is, respectable. I like this matchup a lot. And I also like offense a lot in this game because you do have that red rifle playing Cincinnati. You got an 0-3 Cincinnati team. I think we get a lot of action in this one, a lot of offensive prowess.
Next up.
Same game, going back to Chuba Hubbard. Cincinnati, 17th most fantasy points allowed to RB. So this isn't a matchup-based pick, but we're losing Adam Thielen. Andy Dalton was able to check down a lot to Chuba Hubbard. So I like his role to continue on this week. A little bit more upside with an injury there, for an offensive player that does play a lot of snaps. Dalton could go to one of the younger guys, like a Leggett or a Mingo or something like that. But I still feel like it'll be a big focal point for the Panthers to try to possess the ball. Chuba Hubbard's going to be a big part of that. Getting a little bit more trust, obviously. Only RB21, but coming off an amazing week of production.
Yeah, I did see Adam Thielen out 4 weeks. Hurry up, and I checked my exposure. Still 0%.
I heard you had 70%. We already talked about Amari Cooper. But he is a scroll down guy, though. He is in that mix, kind of like you mentioned. Deontay Johnson right there, coming off his best game in the NFL. Bryce Young wasn't doing it. Andy Dalton's gonna. So absolutely love that. Just like to have the steady floor of opportunity for Deontay. Him, going upwards and hopefully to wide receiver 15 and up, going to be big for me. Going to be big. Obviously, I had a ton of him this year. And then Tyler Conklin. Scroll down.
Did you have this? Did you have this wide receiver here? But we're going to guess who it is. Where you put wide receivers and wrote nobody.
I think I was going to put another one and erased it. Deleted it. Can't erase.
Oh, hold on. Oh, nope. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Good work, Andrew. Good work.
Gotcha, buddy. All right. Let's Stop fucking around. Draft some winners. Time to go, baby. Let's get it.
I only get
Again.
$12 wins.
I
keep getting these $12 wins. God damn, get me up.
Luckily,
there.
I want enough week 1 to be constantly funding myself for these terrible weeks I've had so recently. But nonetheless,
let's go.
Battle Royale. If anybody wants to join us, again, Battle Royale, hop on in with us. Bruni, I'm going to count it down normally for you. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
I think we should.
3 more to start. 2 more to start.
We're in. Yeah, we're in.
All right, and I will pull it up on the board here.
Waiting.
Draft active. Boom.
The money in the house. Wiles in the house. We going 4 wide. Let's go.
Oh no, and G for Gumby. G for Gumby is a legit guy. So he is.
Bro, I'm a legit guy, dude. Get out of here, dude. I'm a legit dude. So, get the fuck out of here.
Mike, Raub, and Wiles joining us in here. Friends and family draft, dare I say. And poor old Killa Kella right in the middle. What a guy. He's going to get blasted. Yikes.
Yeah, we're about to smash these dudes.
Brundog with the non-red badgie, brother. You got to, come on, man. Get your game up. Get your game up.
I don't
He
care.
said, what's your underdog name? Mine is TD King here, as you can see right here. This is Bruni. Wiles in the chat right here. And then Mike Raub over here as the money.
88.
So soft tone right there.
Bruni got a badge now. Let's go. Appreciate that, Jake. Also a subtle diss, but I appreciate that. I didn't victory lap it, Jake, because I didn't jump all over onto the social medias like, hey, I got my badge. I just, I soaked it up. I had myself a nice drink.
Slowly.
No, I had myself a nice whiskey, He says, not a diss, I promise. Appreciate you, Jake. Appreciate you.
He's probably laughing as he typed that.
It was pretty subtle. That's fine.
Hey, I sent it to Jake and said Bruni shouted you out on the last highlight reel where you zoomed in on his profile picture.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Yeah. You shouted him out. You shouted him out, and then I shouted you shouted him out.
I did.
That's how that works.
What a guy. I wonder how long it takes him to get the marriage photo off of his profile photo. You don't see that on mine.
I wonder how long it takes. Mine's now a saxophone. I just went into YouTube and you can just get like a random photo. I went Brees Hall at 3 in case you're interested.
I am going to take Marvin Harrison and Nico Collins.
I wonder if this next guy is going to fall to me. He was very close to being on my must draft list. Let's see if he falls to me. Rashee Rice, he did not. Ouch, Wiles. Ouch. Wide receiver 3 right now. And Juwan Jennings is like number 2. And who's the other weird one? Oh, it's going to drive me crazy. It's going to drive me nuts. I'm going to go with Kyron here. We'll go double RBs start. He said, bro, shut the fuck up. You have your wife's picture everywhere.
Okay, he's referring to my background, and I'll just leave it at that. Every time he looks, he opens my phone, he's like, Jesus, dude. He's like, do you have to have this picture here? You're welcome. You're welcome, America.
Unreal. As long as your wife's okay with it, then it's fine.
But yeah, we made a lot of money off OnlyFans. She don't know it yet, though.
Oh my God. That's
just kidding.
Terrible. Good one.
Just kidding.
Yeah, good one.
No, she knows about it.
Oh, okay. She knows that I said as long as she's okay about it. And you go, well, yeah, I've been selling them, but not really. I guess we'll go to Kelsey. Andrew said it's going to happen, so.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Tuna's asking if you draft Wildcat. I just do Battle Royale.
Yeah. Tuna, I draft a ton of the different contests. So if you have any questions, hit me up on Twitter. This is my handle right fucking here. You can hit me up on Twitter if you ever have any questions about any of them.
Jake, he would actually max out if that was the case. None of this 120. Yeah, there would be no 121, 124, whatever he's doing. It would be a full max.
Put that in the recap next week, Bruni.
I won't, but I'll put this in there.
All right, so let's Yeah, give me some Brocky Bowers. And how do we want to play this? You know what? I'm gonna leave myself.
No, you won't. You won't do it. You won't do it.
Damn. Do I want to do that? Harrison Collins and Evans dealing with knee issue. You know what? I'm going to scroll down here, and I am going to take my boy, Brian Robinson.
Damn. Be Rob. Killa Keller. Patrick Mahomes. Killa Bruni.
Oh,
Jaden
man.
Daniels.
Did that guy really just take Mahomes from you? You have Kelsey, right? Oh, what a dick.
I have
What
Kelsey,
a guy.
Yeah. I'm Gucci. I'm I. Does that guy even have a stack with Mahomes? Probably not. Probably not. He does not.
He sure doesn't.
Good one. Never heard
Let's see
that.
what G for Gumby is here with the goat horns. He has Hurts, Barkley, and Goddard. All right. Big Philly guy.
Full faith. That works every time. I thought you said this guy was legit. You know, these legit dudes ain't that legit. I don't know if you heard. I don't know if you've been checking your numbers.
James Conner, Brandon. Yeah, we should pull up some BBM DB once in a while. I'm not throwing anybody under the bus, but people can search their usernames.
I'm not going to throw anyone under the bus, but I'm going to talk about how I'm up here. There it is. There's a lot of people.
This show may be the top duo exposure combo of a lot of the shows that are out there. Just putting that out there. People go ahead and do your homework, do your research.
I mean, maybe Steve and Meg, maybe they rival us. They have
Jake also, speaking of Wilds in here, his exposure rate's pretty good as well. So, hey, is it because he's a friend of the program? I'm not saying that it is, but I'm not saying that it's not.
I can't decide what I want to do here.
Probably want to draft a wide receiver. If I
yeah. Well, duh. Yeah, sure. Let's go with Deontay. I'm going full red rifle revenge. It's a bit of a scroll down there. It's either him or Garrett Wilson or even Diggs maybe. Both are decent matchups, but man, Diggs so volatile with the touchdowns. Thought he would have gotten one last week. Ouch. Production was great. He looked good, but I just thought it would have been a little better.
All right. Give me CJ Stroud. And then I need a running back or a wide receiver.
Did someone take Terry? Wow. Was that the money? Did you take Terry? Who took Terry?
Aaron Jones, revenge game, baby. Bring it back.
It was Mike Rob.
Kind of surprised he sat there the entire time, to be honest with you.
I'm kind of confused that you're still sitting here.
What the fuck?
Yeah. All right, DJ Moore, let's go. Deontay and DJ. It's a weird mix. No stacks. No stacks for me. Are you muted on purpose? Still muted on purpose, I think. What is this guy doing? Play with yourself, not your microphone, bro. Yeah, it's not working. You did something. Guy talks all this shit and just can't even fix his mic. Unreal.
Can you hear me?
Now I can, yeah. All you have to do is not hit the mute button.
It was my mic. It kept coming up and telling me alerted that your mic was unplugged. And I'm like, it can't be. All right, let's roll into another here. If everyone is ready. Brundog.
1 second. Yeah, go ahead. Just the two tonight for moi.
Okay. Let's pop on in another. Maybe you and I will do, or we'll do a third where you draft one with me.
Okay, that works.
All right, so 3, 2, 1, and go.
Waiting for one. Did I get in? I think we're in.
I think so. Draft starting soon.
Yeah, I hit it a little bit later than last time. That scared me there.
All right, let me go over and pull it up here.
Am I?
And then, like I said, we'll do another one. Yeah, you're in here. I'm 1, you're 3, and a bunch of people we don't know. So everyone,
Cool,
we will
cool.
go in one more where Bruni and I draft together. So
This
feel free
dude's
to
name is
hang
Matt
around for a
Murphy,
second.
LOL. Wow. Could be a name of a movie. Matt Murphy, LOL.
Eggplant Sundays.
It's not bad. Italian Sundays, eggplant. Italians that watch football. I like it. I get behind it. Z Rocket Man. I'm in a Wildcat now. What are you doing with your first pick here, buddy? You going Saquon?
I am. Yes.
Super original.
Yes, I am. Thank you. Appreciate you.
I don't know what I want to do. I don't know. JJ could fall to me, but again, he doesn't feel like super boomer this week. Let's see. What are you doing, Eggplant Sundays?
Jake, Tuna. Jake's saying about check out the hurry up as well. 20 entry max for $3 each, so $60.
Not bad. This one's for you, Mike.
Bijan.
Let's go.
Bijan Mustard.
I didn't really consider him significantly till Mike brought him up. I trust Mike. He would never steer me wrong.
He's a straight shooter.
I would steer him wrong just for fun.
Oh,
just for fun.
I like how this guy just put in here. Jamar has a boom matchup versus Washington defense.
Yeah, last week. If you travel in time, this is week 4, not week 3. I did remember to update the week 3 to 4. So T is a quitter, says Tuna. He's a quitter. Or is he a trier? I ask you to try that on for size.
So let's see what this 6. So I just went Harrison and Collins. He went Rashee Rice and Collins.
That pisses me off a bit. I wanted Rashee Rice to fall to me. No matter. I'll take Chris Godwin.
Do I go the G for Gumpy approach and just take Hurts and then I'll just take Goddard? And
no, I don't recommend that. Don't do things you don't recommend to other people, and it makes your job a lot easier here. A lot easier. Godwin's or Evans this week? I like Evans a lot, but I think that what Godwin is doing is just too hard to stay away from. So I think it's a week where they are both very much alive. But how Baker's been throwing the ball and been targeting the slot, it's very, very difficult for me to get off of Chris Godwin this week. Probably one of the players I trust most to continue like what we've seen from him thus far. Now, I'm not saying he's going to score a touchdown every week, but I think that his consistency is something that we can buy in on. So drafted Godwin so far this week. I would definitely recommend getting some Evans just because, like I mentioned earlier, it's not that he's playing decoy. It's just that he's been, doing all the hard work in the trenches, and Godwin's been benefiting.
Oh, man. I absolutely love this comment just because I know that Jake's been waiting to put this in here. I think this is directed to James. Question, wants to know where the Kyron stands at. Thought Corum was going to be RB1. End quote.
I wasn't really into either of them. I don't have a high exposure to either.
I know. Oh, man. He's been waiting. He's probably had that typed in and just copied the entire time, waiting for him to get in here.
Going to Brock.
James says Godwin every week.
Yeah, I mean, it feels safe right now until we see Jarrett knocking on wood for an injury. That's really been like the biggest deterrent to ever having Godwin, whether it be in dailies, in fantasy in general. Is sometimes he gets a little beat up and gets hurt. Tuna took Godwin as well. He's going to be a popular pick this week, So, I mean, you really need him to be, elite. Like, I mean, honestly, like if you're drafting him, you're kind of having the expectation that he's going to get 2 touchdowns because what's going to get you on a top 5 roster out of 30,000 people? Is it going to be Chris Godwin putting up a respectable 12 to 15 point game, or is it going to be with him scoring 25? Probably the latter.
So I'm gonna take some wide receivers here.
Don't do it. It's a trap.
Somebody take Devontae Adams. Oh no, never mind. He's down there.
Is he down there, Andrew?
He is down there. Trying to
Is
see
he? Can you look at his name really quick and see if he's still down there? Because I think he's about to go bye-bye.
Okay, well, he's about to go bye-bye then. There's I'm trying to decide what two guys I actually want.
I took Diggs. I'm just kidding.
That's a good pick.
It's okay. It's okay. I've done better. I've seen better.
Devontae.
I let you get some pretty good. I let you get some pretty good receivers there, my guy.
I mean, yeah, I got
pretty good ones there, my guy.
Barkley, Kyron, Evans, Adams, and Kelsey for your boy right now.
It's a pretty good team there, my guy.
Thank you. Thank you. I did draft earlier. I took a all Kansas City. I took Mahomes, Kelsey, and Rashee Rice. How do you feel about that?
3-letter word starts with a G.
God. Oh, good. Non-straight.
It's not straight, bro. It's not straight.
Gilly said if McBride, I think he's back on week 4 now. If McBride is out, I'm pretty big on Wilson this week. Bring it back with Higgins.
Yeah, I like that pick. I mean, I don't know. I think McBride could make it, but it's sounding not great. Yeah, I like that. I was very shocked to see Michael Wilson in the end zone week 1, but someone started him against me in like a redraft league, and I was like, dude, like, you should go to the doctor today and get those balls checked out, man. They got to be fucking massive. Starting Michael Wilson week 1 in redraft? We have like 1 flex position, dude. It's not like we got 5 flex. I had to start him. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, holy shit. And then he scored the touchdown. I'm like, oh, it's over. It's over. I won. It's okay. I didn't lose.
I won. It's fine.
It was
not a big deal.
That was when Tua was healthy and I had the Tua Hill stack. Uh-oh. Mike Evans dealing with a knee injury. Don't tell Andrew.
Yeah, we fucking said that earlier.
Good call, Jake. I didn't see that. I'm sorry, buddy. I took CJ Stroud. Went with the Stroud Diggs stack.
Going with Bakey.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Little Mike Evans. So I had Stroud, Bijan, Aaron Jones, also dipped into the revenge game. Chris Godwin, Stephon Diggs, and Brock Bowers.
Oh, hit it. All right, we're going to get into another one. If anybody missed out on that one, we are going to pop into another one here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, enter. 5 more to start. Fully open for you, D-Gens.
Well, he had a really bad week last week, Paige. So, I mean, could be an idiot. We don't know.
3 more, 2 more, 1 more. Draft starting soon. Friends and family draft. I feel it. Yeah. Okay. So we got back in Mike and Wiles. Oh, we got Ray Charles, leading the blind.
Nice.
Chip Skylark.
What do you think about doing an all 36 plus team?
We can do that. Let me go down here to 36.
We don't have to. You seem reluctant.
I mean, how about we do 30 plus? Just because 36 is going to really take us down because of how the ADPs get all fucked up down here.
Okay.
So that would be pretty much everything from like Olave down because he's 29.9. So pretty much everything here down.
Who do you think is worthy of a top pick up there, though?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Here's the issue: is this week it might not be a great week to do that because how the tight ends are. We'd have to take like Pitts. I mean, unless you want Gesicki.
I like Jake's point. Do the 30 after the first 2.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to start at 30. Like week 1, it was easier because not as many injuries in the tight end landscape. All right, so we're on the clock. We're on the clock. What do you want to do here? Take Barkley or Brees?
I have shares of no Barkley yet for me, so I guess I'd say Barkley.
Let's do it again.
All right. I can miss whatever I want, Jake, as long as I win money. You can't tell me what works. You can't tell me.
Is this the GM at all? Mahomes, Saquon, Kamara, Godwin, Adams, Kelsey. I mean, I don't think so. Just because their ADPs are, you can get that combo. So I don't think so. But that's a good team. I like it.
Very good team. Yeah, love it.
Chip Skylark with the old goat horns in here. What a guy.
You love to see it. How are we looking here? Where are we at? 5 picks away.
5 more picks. Yep, you can see it on the screen.
What do you think about Mason this week?
He went chasing Rice. Wiles. What a guy. What are you saying?
What do you think about Mason? You in or out?
Yes, in.
Okay. Let's do that then.
We are up in 3 picks, so.
Maybe this week he can get 35 touches. Is Purdy going to be okay?
I think so. Let's see what
back issue
here. Full practice Wednesday.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah,
let's go.
He should be fine.
No big deal.
All right, we are back up on the clock. Jordan Mason is there, so that is our pick, yes?
Yeah, correcto. All right, good.
All right, Barkley and Mason, no more RBs.
Yep, great volume, though. Great volume. Receivers.
Olave, Johnson, Moore, Jawan.
You want a tight end? We only got 10 seconds here, so go up top.
You want to take Kelsey or Bowers?
How about Goddard? If we're buying AJ Brown's going to be out again. Devonta Smith, no matter what, he's in concussion protocol. So it's just not a game I see him getting 8+ targets, even if he plays. So I like Goddard.
10-4. 10-4.
This week, I would say Chase Tuna. That's just me. I mean, obviously Jefferson, like everything that he's done shows you that he's the guy every week. But like I said, to start off the show, I think the Packers defense a little bit better than what they've been playing against. They have seven interceptions through 3 games. I think they're going to cause a few extra problems for Darnold. I would lean slightly in favor of Chase this week. Rest of season, I'd still say Jefferson. That is true, says Tuna. That is true. 7 picks.
If you haven't already, like the stream, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button so that you are alerted when we do come back on. If you're new to the channel at all, we appreciate you. If not, share it with all your friends, family, doctors, gynecologists, whatever you go see on a regular basis. Share it. Local Best Buy pulled up on the old local Best Buy laptops. Appreciate you. Send us a picture of that. We'll get you something.
Yeah, Andrew's going to get you like a 10% discount at his gynecologist or something. I don't know what.
Boom.
Boom. True. I do have that connect.
It's so out of pocket.
Every time.
Also, come back and comment after stream is done, people. Mike, you are out there doing the Lord's work. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
We should have a fan speak meetup, get together, buy drinks and dinner for all the loyal listeners. Invite them out.
And a draft.
And a draft. Yes. All right, we're gonna be up next year, Bruni with back-to-back picks.
Problem is, Andrew's gonna want to have the damn thing at a strip club.
Because every time I come around, I just got to get my. You know what the rest of the words are. I don't need to say it.
Is that a Diddy song?
No. Oh my God! Stop it. What do you want to do here? Back-to-back picks.
Mike Evans and
Goddard and Kelsey.
No.
Okay. Hurry. What?
I said Mike Evans. So
Okay. All right. We're going to let that one go. Right there, Evans. All right. So now we get the bring back. So now what do you want to do here? We can either go QB, wide receiver, or another tight end.
Scroll down for a receiver.
Diggs, Olave, DJ Moore, Jennings, Terry, London, Cooper, Adams, Higgins.
I like Adams. Oh, you just did that combo though, didn't you?
Yeah, but I don't have this tight end combo and whatnot, so I'm still fine.
I'm also good with Cooper. Also go with Cooper if you want to do that.
Nah, fuck him.
Okay, all right. I just want to give you the option. It's kind of dumb.
Nope. All good. Like it. So now QB wise, coming back here. Let's see. So we could do Baker. We could do Gardner. Those are the only ones that make sense for us unless we take a running quarterback. Like Justin Fields.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I'm looking for multi-touchdown upside.
I mean, we could just go like Nakey Burrow.
I like Nakey Murray a little bit more.
I don't think Murray makes it back to us.
Okay. If Murray does, he's the pick to me. How many?
100%. But we got to worry about Mr. Chip Skylark here. What the hell has this guy got on his plate?
He
has Marvin Harrison.
Okay, okay. So cross him out.
So we did. So we could go Stroud or Burrow or Baker.
Baker's probably the pick, but I kind of like Burrow.
I mean, I'm fine. I mean, you don't have to correlate it.
I'm good with Burrow then.
Maybe Chip Skylark fucks up and by accident doesn't click Murray.
That'd be awesome. That'd be great.
That'd be
if that's
fun.
the case,
Chip Skylark.
I will pay you $5. That guy took Stroud.
He said, "Where are you guys from?" My mom,
Tuna.
but also live in Pennsylvania.
I'm from Tuna. No, I live in Maryland. There goes Kyler Murray.
Yep.
Right outside of DC.
So we going Burrow or we taking Baker? We going way down the thing taking Mac Jones?
Not Mac Jones. It would be Joe Burrow or Baker. So I'm good with either of those.
Chat, decide Burrow or Baker.
You have 20 seconds, chat.
Yep.
Wow.
Burrow, Baker.
Not everybody all at once. Well, they type out Burr or Joe or Baker. Burr.
Jake in the chat says Burrow. Anybody else? Nice. Burrow. Oh, it's all Burrow, baby.
Yeah. We're at in Florida, Tuna. I have family in Lake Worth. I go there. Obviously go to Orlando for fucking Disney. I hit Florida pretty frequently.
All right. Where was our team here?
Jesus, he's already lost it. Good God.
Shut the fuck. All right. So we had Burrow, Barkley, Mason, Evans, Adams, Goddard.
No, that's not the team I drafted. I drafted the one up top that has a higher projection.
What?
I don't know. Just fucking with you.
I was gonna say, like, no, that's my one I just drafted a little bit ago.
Yeah, hopefully you're not in a hurricane path.
Here's my Mahomes, Rashi Rice. Oh no, where's the Kelsey one?
You're the ones who showed us off, guys.
I don't even know where the hell it is.
Didn't even happen.
Damn,
Windermere near Disney.
I
used to work there, trying to get back there. Nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. What's even more awesome is now you can draft in Florida. Also awesome.
Nice. Well, everyone, appreciate you guys hanging in there with us.
Mm-hmm.
We will be back Friday for our best bets, dogs, against the spread picks, player props, you name it. We're putting it out there. Bruni, anything for the people before we head on out?
Yeah, we name it, we hit it. All right. Numbers are rolling solid here on the picks, best ball, DFS alike. Guys, you want to make money? Come stop by DGen Dads. You want to talk some fantasy, get the leg up on DFS for the week for some Battle Royales? Come hit us up on Wednesday nights, Battle Royale previews. We got all the good stuff for you. Fan speak in general, holy hell. We are pushing out so much content right now. We've got Tyler and Spread cooking up their reaction shows, their betting previews. We've got the prop party. We've got a lot of good stuff over here. So come, jump in, ride with us, smash the like button, follow the channel, and share it with your friends. Really appreciate all of you, of course, every one of you that shows up every night in the chat. And, the more folks that you bring over. Take care. Be well. Be good. If you can't be good at it. We'll see you.